McQueen Sports Show with your hosts, Smitty McQueen and myself on this brisk Tuesday in December. Well, we will get started today with some breaking news, like we always do, or lately. First off, Florida Atlantic, they announced Lane Kiffin will become the next head football coach. We mentioned it a little last night at the very end. Do you think he will succeed better as a head coach at a different school than being with a top-notch school like USC or Alabama as an OC?
It definitely, I think, is a better fit for him. I believe that, yes, he will succeed. I think he will do a great job with FAU. He learned under one of the best to ever coach, and that is Nick Saban.
Yes.
And when you see what Nick Saban has done with that program at Alabama, and to think that he got an opportunity, thanks to Saban, to keep his coaching career going. And he did mention that it was a hard. He got 0 phone calls after he got fired at USC, and he's very fortunate to have the opportunity that someone gave him a second chance to get back to where he is now, to take on his second head coaching job. This is a great fit, I think, for Lane Kiffin. FAU, I don't know much about their football program, but you can only hope that, he's going to probably go get some guys from the West Coast. He's a great West Coast recruiter, and I think that he's going to do good. This is a great fit, though, because now he can build himself up, and I'm sure FAU is going to give him plenty of time to get the program rolling. So, yes, I think it's a great fit, Matt. Do you yourself, do you think he will succeed?
I agree with every word that you said there because, yes, he had been an apprentice to one of the best college football coaches, even just football coaches of all time, with Nick Saban being at Alabama, and he's grown up coaching-wise, and it's time to take a team under his wing again and make FAU a good football program. Like you said, I don't know anything about FAU's football program. I'm from the Midwest.
Yeah.
We are from the Midwest.
We
don't pay attention specifically to Florida. So I think I like the fit.
I do know they are the Owls.
I just looked it up.
Yep.
Well, that's enough about Lane Kiffin. We're going to move on to more college football news. Jim Harbaugh says that he will stay at Michigan despite reports that maybe he could have gone to the Rams now that their head coaching job is vacant, technically.
Yeah, there's rumors. You're always going to get those rumors. I've seen rumors about Nick Saban, too, being considered a Rams candidate. I guess if you really feel like if you're a college coach and you think, we've seen Harbaugh with the Niners, got him to the Super Bowl. Since he's left, the Niners have went downhill. Colin Kaepernick's went downhill. I think he's going to stay. I believe this report. I think he stays. Why would you leave a Michigan team just after, 2 years? This is your second year on the job, and you were almost in the college football playoffs. It's your alma mater. Why go take a mess in L.A.? Unless you really like living in L.A., or California, I guess. Stanford, and then obviously with the Niners, I think he needs to stay. Rams, they need to go get someone who's had some decent experience. I would look at them to get John Gruden. Go after John Gruden. He really likes Jared Goff.
He is an offensive-minded coach more so than most, like Rex Ryan or Rob Ryan would. I think Jared Goff, rookie, are going to be a second-year player.
Yep.
Todd Gurley in his third year next year. I believe that they need a strong offensive-minded coach to help them develop more and try to get them back on track because they are talented athletes. Todd Gurley was, like we said yesterday, offensive player, rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year, yeah.
And it's just, they need to continue building on it. That's why I drafted Todd Gurley this year in my fantasy football.
And then you traded him.
And then I traded him away because he did not meet my expectations, just like several people in the NFL.
Yeah.
The
Rams need to go get, and they need to go get an offensive minded.
Yes.
Because with your last 2 number 1 picks in the draft, your first round picks in the draft being offensive players, you need to go after what you drafted. That's what you need to go after. Get a great quarterback coach. Offensive mind. I love Gruden. I think he's happy with where he's at, obviously.
Football, yeah.
Being an commentator, analysis, all that with ESPN. But I'd love to see him as my coach any day. I mean, I love Jason Garrett right now, but I'd take Gruden in a heartbeat if we were looking for a coach. So I haven't looked at rumors. I mean, like I said, I saw just 2 college football guys being considered, so don't know much. Matt, last night, starting pitcher Chad Bettis for the Colorado Rockies announcing he has been diagnosed with testicular cancer but expects to make a full recovery and be ready for spring training in February. That's sad. It's very sad. He's a great pitcher that has started to take leadership in the starting pitching rotation for the Rockies, and this may be a setback. He's had surgery. He expects to be back. I hope he's back. Wouldn't feel very good, I'll just say that. Definitely painful, I'm sure. It's cancer. I mean, cancer's no fun. That word is horrible. Don't like it. It's a horrible word. It sucks. The shirts. Cancer sucks. It is very true. Hopefully the cancer's taken care of and he'll be back to work. Moving on, Dolphins. Signed former backup for the Houston Texans, not Titans like I said earlier today, QB TJ Yates to back up the role of now starter Matt Moore. What do you think of this?
In case Tannehill can't, I know we all know he's not 100%, but he's not done for the year. They haven't shut him down. They are still in the playoff hunt. They need a guy with experience. Matt Moore has some experience, but TJ Yates feels like just depth is what that is.
Yeah.
And in case
quick trigger maybe too.
In case something happens to Tannehill and he starts limping or he gets banged up just a smidge, they want to be precautious in case he can be fully healthy fully healthy, but better than now in a few weeks, maybe in the playoffs. That I believe it's a good sign. I don't know. He just had the wrong team with the Texans. Yeah. Yes, he grew up in that system, but they just didn't have the quarterbacks ever since Matt Schaub, really.
It's obvious that the Texans are a defensive-minded team.
Yes.
They've always struggled on offense. You're seeing it again. They went after a quarterback. Yeah, they have struggled. So this is a good for TJ Yates. It's awesome.
Yeah, kudos to him.
Quick trigger maybe even for Matt Moore. If he struggles, if he's in, Tannehill's not. Quick trigger, boom, TJ Yates is back in action.
As of 2:15 today, we'll switch over a little bit. As of 2:15, reports Central Time. Reports that the Cleveland Cavaliers have been promised that they will get to host an NBA All-Star game could be as quickly as 2020.
And that came from Bleacher Report. So anyway, definitely a big announcement for the city of Cleveland. At least you got basketball going good for you right now. And baseball, was a good season as well. NFL wise, got some work to do. As of 2:20 p.m., Ravens announced they have waived special teams man Devin Hester, one of the by far best return mans to ever play His age has gotten there. The reason they waived him, though, was because he did not catch one of the punts last night in Monday night's game against the Patriots, and that led to the safety that the Patriots forced on the Ravens. What's your thoughts on this, Matt?
It is a long time coming. Yes, he is one of the, if not the best punt or return specialist to ever play the game. But his prime is over. Honestly, I didn't realize he was still in the league. Last time I knew he played for the Falcons.
Yeah, he just got cut last year, I believe.
And he needs to maybe hang him up. Just accept the fact that you had a great career with the Bears as a return man, and a little bit with the Falcons, and whoever else he did end up playing for. It's tough seeing a great player like that go, but it's starting to become that era where all these older quarterbacks and older players, like Jared Allen last year, all these guys are getting older, they're starting to retire. He needs to do the same. Not saying he should, but I would advise that you do it. Because that makes way for Tyreek Hill, a new return specialist.
Totally.
To take over the reins.
Yeah, also, Matt, keep it in the NFL. Texans at 2:45 this afternoon. Wide receiver Braxton Miller placed on IR for a shoulder injury. Is this something that we might be seeing, that he is getting injury prone? I know it's his rookie year, but do you think his body just wasn't made for the full 17 or 16 weeks?
That's hard to judge because he used to be a quarterback for Ohio State.
Yeah.
Everybody who's followed anything about football, they know that. I don't know if he's used to being a wide receiver and just sprinting every single play, and getting hit or something. I'm not sure. I'd have to dig deeper into him. I don't. I don't know what else to say. I have nothing else to say. More on the NFL here. NFL teams can now choose their own cancer cause in 2017 that they want to support, and not just breast cancer awareness. Breast cancer awareness is awesome. I support it all the time. And everybody knows I have the pink socks, so it could be ovarian cancer, it could be testicular cancer, it could be
any type of cancer,
leukemia, it could be lymphoma, it could be anything. So, and there's some more, but those are the big names I can think of.
Yeah, I think it's a great deal for the NFL.
I do like that because of the my
just
cause,
you don't
my
see
please.
the pink. I mean, because you feel like those other cancer patients, survivors, all those out there thinking, well,
when's our month?
Yeah. So this is an awesome thing for the NFL. When I woke up, when I first read it, I was like, did that just, because at first I thought it meant no more cancer stuff, but that changed. So my eyes got tuned in, focused down, and then I saw that, yes, it was opening for other cancer causes, which is a great thing. Matt, the baseball hazing ritual of dressing rookies as women has been banned. Do you like this? Do you care about it? I really don't. I think it's a little over.
As an older generation, like the older generations that we grew up back in 10, 15 years ago, and like high school anyway, and growing up playing sports, that happened to us, and as freshmen especially.
Freshmen get the ball.
They go get the equipment at practice, and they just do extra things, but I don't personally care about this. I don't know why it's big news, really. Teams should be. I know it could be like a ritual where you have camaraderie and stuff, and getting people to know, like close knit family. But you should be focused on your game, or your practice, or your season, or anything besides dressing freshmen or rookies up as women. It's kind of funny because they're guys, but they just need to move on from this, really, if they're upset.
Yeah, the cool thing I like is, I hope this doesn't take away, because the Rockies do this a lot, and And it's funny because if you are a rookie pitcher, first-year pitcher, you have to wear a pink backpack out to the bullpen.
I'd do that in a heartbeat.
I think that's a cool thing. I hope that stuff doesn't get put away. I don't think it will. But who knows? It might. If so, that kind of stinks. But because it's a cool thing. Matt, 4:15 today. Wake Forest investigation finds former assistant Tommy Elrod gave game plan info to opponents starting in 2014. This is a huge deal. I know it's Wake Forest though, but it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, you don't do that, no matter what level you're at. With the Patriots supposedly doing it and getting 4-game suspension or getting fined and stuff for past years, but you don't do that. And no matter if it's Wake Forest, if it's Alabama, if it's KU, you or even Florida Atlantic, you don't do that.
Yeah,
You just got to be smarter.
yeah.
Have the integrity to not do something.
Don't cheat
When someone's not watching.
Yeah. San Diego scrambling to save Chargers, preparing, and I'm not sure about this, if it was just a misprint, $1 per year lease offer for Qualcomm while they work on a new stadium to be produced in San Diego. Do you think San Diego stays in San Diego? Do the Chargers?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I would love for them to stay in San Diego because the Chiefs finally get to play somewhere that's nice once a year. And I don't know. If they stay, they stay. If they don't, they don't. Either way, they're still going to be in the AFC West.
Yeah. I don't like these cities moving. I don't, because I feel bad for the cities that lose them. Look at the Rams. The St. Louis Rams. St. Louis, now all they have is hockey and baseball. They lost their NFL. The building just, all of a sudden, it's nothing. I mean, really. And with Oakland maybe moving to LA.
Las Vegas.
San Antonio is one.
Whatever the situation is.
Yeah.
They're just things tossed up in the air, and we don't know.
We just don't like. Yeah, I just don't like that. I hope San Diego stays in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they do for their fans. And then last, Justin Turner,
the third baseman for the Dodgers. He finally inked that deal, that 4-year deal. They do $65 million per year.
4-year deal.
Or per year. 4-year, $65 million deal to stay with the Dodgers, and it was not confirmed.
No, MLB reported.
It's reported, and
clubs have not.
Most likely it'll be confirmed here
Yeah.
within, if it hasn't already, within an hour or two. Good move for them. That means Moustakas is staying in Kansas City, because the Dodgers were looking at Mike Moustakas as a potential third baseman candidate, and so Justin Turner is a quality third baseman. He's got that golden hair, that ginger golden hair. It flows. That's the only thing I remember him for.
It sucks in a way. He plays the Rockies now again.
19 times a year.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? Justin Turner, he's a great third baseman. He's got a great bat. Good sign for the Dodgers. They've pretty well kept that team together that they had last year that gave the Cubs really a decent run. Yeah. And so definitely they're still staying up there as one of the elite teams in the NL. So
They have money.
Yep. They definitely are not afraid to spend out that money.
Nope.
Matt, that's all for the breaking news today. Monday Night Football recap. Our record, I gained that game on you that I said. So now the records are, I'm at 39-21 on the year. You're at 40-20. You did take that advantage. We've been playing 500. Finally, you jumped it. Congrats. You went 9-4 this week. I went 8-5. We got 3 more weeks, buddy. Oh, plus postseason.
For the record, we were not playing 500. I'm at 750 right now.
Well,
we
were neck and neck.
Neck
yeah.
and neck. Like,
my bad.
Wire to wire.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
The Patriots ended up holding off the Ravens, and I'm sorry to especially Brent Kaiser because I assured that the Ravens would win this game. They were down, what, 23 to 3 or 20 to 3. And I'm thinking, don't call it a comeback. The Patriots did not put that game away easily. The Ravens kept making their way back, and with like, I think, 8 minutes left in the third quarter, they kept scoring and scoring.
Thanks to the Patriots.
Yes. He miscued big time. And, well, it's just, Ravens just fought just short. It didn't help that they had a blocked field goal. That guy just straight up jumped over that offensive line and just blocked it. And that's pretty cool, but it's the Patriots, and I don't like them.
Do you think this is a huge loss for the Ravens now that we look back? When we look back after Week 17, could this be their biggest loss of the year? Just because, I mean, they had opportunities.
No. Biggest loss would be a division loss, in the sense that the Patriots are the number 1 team in the AFC. So it doesn't hurt that you lose by 7 to the best team, one of the best teams in the country. So it's not a huge loss, but it doesn't help in tie-breaking scenarios with the conference play.
To me, their biggest loss was against the Jets. When they go back at the end of the year, if they do not make the playoffs, that is the game people are going to be talking about.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I remember the other night I told Alex Schmidtberger that I would give him a shout out because he is a big KU fan, and I was wearing KU that night. Thanks for watching our show, Schmidtberger being one of the premier linebackers in the MIAA in his career.
With the Tigers.
What a great man, and from Topeka like I am, so gotta love that rock chalk, man. Also, Mikey, we don't want to forget about you. He's also from Tot City, so rock chalk, right? Not that.
Hey,
I now noticed that we wore a rival.
We didn't even plan this out.
We just straight up until I watched it on our live feed. I did not know we were wearing KUK State, so.
My live feed's not working. I'm very, very upset.
Because he's a
now.
K-State fan.
And maybe I'm not.
The computer's tainted with K-State.
Yeah,
We'll get back to Monday Night Football here. New England's a win away now, or a Dolphins loss from clinching their 8th straight division title in the AFC East. Whoa, that's incredible. Incredible run with Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. That just shows that they're one of the best, if not the best, head coach quarterback duos
of all time.
Ever.
Of all time.
Brady had another huge game.
Yeah, he had another huge game, and they don't have Gronk.
This shows that he can do stuff no matter who are the weapons on that offensive front.
And that is
ridiculous.
That is exactly why I've got the Patriots still as the favorites going into the playoffs. Sorry, Chiefs fans. New England is just good. What Tom Brady is doing is, without his top target, by far, Rob Gronkowski is the top target on that team. It's crazy. It's very crazy. I'm not a big Brady fan, not a big Belichick fan, but they're good.
What they are doing is immaculate.
Yeah.
That's the best word I
Give
have.
credit where it is due.
That is true. I very much dislike the Patriots. Last year they kicked the Chiefs out of the playoffs. They thought we had beef with them once we tore Tom Brady's ACL. Gerard Page actually tore Tom Brady's ACL back in like 2009, I believe. I don't like the Patriots. They have just dominated the AFC, and someone needs to knock them down a peg. Could be this year with Chiefs or Raiders or Steelers. Somebody's got to keep them out of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I know it may not be the Broncos without Peyton Manning, but they play next week, so we'll see how that goes. You want to take us into our next segment here?
I think we'll put Monday night to rest. Obviously, Matt, we always do our weekly pick'ems, or power rankings. What do you think of Week 15 after Week 14's action? Going into Week 15, what are your power rankings?
I honestly did not look at ESPN power rankings.
Good.
I did see the notification with Elliot Harrison's power rankings, who are NFL.com. I just made my own, thinking who are the 10 best teams right now. And right now, there's more NFC teams than AFC teams, just by a 6-4 ratio.
Yeah.
The number one team in the country right now that the Cowboys lost, Patriots. New England Patriots find ways to get things done. Tom Brady is spectacular at playing football, and he can do that with a freaking dog as a wide receiver. Not saying they're dogs, but you can fit anybody in there. And
Put Air Bud out there.
Us two can be wide receivers for them. Not saying that we could, but if we were, Tom Brady would find ways for us to get noticed. Number 2, Dallas Cowboys. They moved down from the top team due to the loss to the Giants. It's not going to affect him that much. Tony Romo's not going to be your starting quarterback.
No.
No matter what the haters say, no matter what anybody says. Dak Prescott's only a rookie. Tony Romo needs to mentor him. He's a rookie. He's got to learn from rookie mistakes. He will get there. He's already there. 11-game winning streak as a rookie. Man, that's impressive. Number 3, I've had them up here. NFL, ESPN, not so much. Chiefs have finally gotten respect from the others. I did notice that Elliot Harrison had them at 3. I also have them at 3. They are 10-3, I believe, right now, and they in a game that was frigid. They not dominated, but they controlled the Raiders, who are number 4 in my rankings. Then I have followed by the Detroit Lions, who have won 5 straight, and they keep winning after trailing in the fourth quarter somehow. After them, Pittsburgh to round out my top 6. And then after that, the Seahawks fall down a little, with the Buccaneers winning 5 straight. At number 8, Packers. Aaron Rodgers doing Aaron Rodgers things. Wow, they sneak into the top 10. And then Atlanta. They might not lose the rest of the year.
I looked at ESPN's power rankings, but did not go by them at all. Because they had, I believe, the Giants in the top. Just because you have one good week against the number 1 in most everyone's power rankings last week, doesn't mean you get a jump from 13 to 5. I'm sorry.
They're not a good team.
No.
I don't agree with you.
We saw their offense struggle. Cowboys eliminate one big play. Giants don't win that
It
game.
goes into overtime.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have the Patriots at 1. Got my boys at 2. Thought about taking them all the way out just so I could, get the fans rattled up. Why aren't you? No. Boys are 2. I got the Chiefs at 3. And then 4, I got the Raiders. 5 is my surprise. I've got the Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers are getting dangerous. Watch out. They're going to make a run, I think, in the postseason. They're getting healthy. Seahawks at 6. They had a big blowout loss, obviously. And then I've got the Lions at 7, followed by the Buccaneers at 8, Falcons at 9, and then Packers coming in there. So,
Packers. Aaron Rodgers has the experience in the playoffs. He will get there, I believe, this year, and he won't look back. The experience trumps not so much the Cowboys. The Cowboys are up there. Experience trumps noobs. That's for lack of a better word. You don't win games based off of having a great defense or a great offense. You win games based off experience, especially in the postseason, like Tom Brady's done for several years. Packers are going to go deep. They should go deep as long as their defense doesn't give up 40 points.
And stays healthy. I think that's a big key. everyone needs to look at. The defense is back healthy, looking good. Don Capers' job is looking better now. It wasn't looking good 4 weeks ago. So yes, definitely a big team to watch because Aaron Rodgers always says, relax, we're going to win out. And so far it's looking so good. Mm-hmm. So anyway, Matt, why don't we jump into the NFL playoff picture? Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs?
Who said anything about playoffs?
It's almost playoff time, folks. NFL is 3 weeks away from the playoffs.
Nice rendition.
Yeah, you know, you better get it in there, you know. So yeah, Matt, I will announce my AFC teams, and these are the ones I've got in the postseason. If the season were not to end today, but how I have the teams going with their last 3 games. Start off, I've got New England Patriots winning the AFC East. I think they will get the 1 seed. They do have a kind of tough schedule. They have one tough game, and that's a big one. I'm excited to see.
In Denver.
It's this Sunday.
Yep.
It's in Denver. Denver. This is a must-win game for Denver. I think Denver has a great shot. We'll talk on Friday. I'll be joining you guys through the phone. Matt will be doing it solo. So
that's right.
I'll be at an airport. So we'll still have the show, and we will get our football picks obviously in. But that is a big matchup, and it could decide who gets the 1 seed in the AFC if New England loses. Then they finish with the Jets and Dolphins. They go 2-1, I'd say. Right as of now, they're going to go 2-1. They'll still clinch the 1 seed. Got the Chiefs. I think they're going to do the same thing, 2-1. They've got the Titans, Broncos at home, and at the Chargers. Steelers, I think, are going to win the AFC North in Week 16. That is when they will win it. They've got the Bengals this week, then the Ravens, and then the winless Browns. How much better can it get for the Steelers? One tough game right there. Titans will win the AFC South.
Yeah.
I am going for the Titans. Go Marcus Mariota. Do your thing. And I think they've got tough schedule at Chiefs. Obviously, that's the tough one. Then at the Jags, and then Week 17, I think that'll be the game that decides this division when they play the Texans in Tennessee. Titans get that win.
It's a home win.
Yep.
So.
Then the Raiders and Broncos will get the wild card. Raiders have 2 tough division games, both on the road at Chargers. Then they host the Colts. Then they go to Denver. Those are not easy games on the road for them. Broncos, obviously, we know they've got a tough schedule. Patriots at Chiefs, Raiders. Those 3 in the postseason. That's a tough schedule. I think they'll slip in. I really do. I think they will go 2-1 on that. Teams that I think are looking not so good right now.
Outside looking in.
Yeah. The Ravens, that loss last night, they kind of needed that one because the Steelers have jumped them. Now, if they beat the Steelers, they do go 2-0 against the Steelers this year, giving them a tiebreaker. So they have to win Week 16. Dolphins, Ryan Tannehill injury is huge. I think that is huge for them. I don't know if Matt Moore can do it. I don't have the Dolphins in. I have them looking out. And then the Texans. I think they'll lose Week 17 in Tennessee. I'm not sold on that offense. That offense is awful. Who do you have, Matt?
AFC wise,
pretty much the same.
It's Patriots will end up getting the 1 seed. They would have to go 1-2. Chiefs would go win out with 3-0 in order for the Chiefs to get the number 1 seed. Going down I believe the 4th tiebreaker scenario, which would be strength of schedule or something like that. Since they don't play head to head, it's not straight up. I think Chiefs would be number 2 due to the 2 victories over the Raiders. 3, this is where it could get frustrating in the divisional rounds. The Steelers might be the 3 seed, and I don't like the Steelers at all because I have some hometown friends, Mr. John Ashley and Heather Ashley. They are big time Steelers fans, and when if they play each other, I might just have to wager something. I lost a wager. Not comfortable staying on there, but I lost a wager to them early in the year when the Steelers did beat the Chiefs. We might go double or nothing if they're watching this. The Steelers, they are so good on offense. So good on offense. Their defense is coming back around since that 2005, 2006 heyday. Then the Titans end up winning the AFC South. They take the 4 seed. Raiders 5.
This is tough.
The 6 seed in the AFC, like you said, with the Dolphins, Ravens, Broncos right there. I think the Broncos end up getting them after their victory. I'm calling it right now. Their victory against New England and Denver. So that will set them apart. They have a very tough schedule. All 3 teams, Patriots in Arrowhead, and then at home against the Raiders. 11-2, 10-3, 10-3 respectively. Man, that's tough.
I've talked to a lot of Bronco fans, and one in particular, he does not like the Broncos' schedule, obviously, and it's not good at all. It's very tough, totally. Anyway, the Broncos. I know Chief fans, you hate them. But it would look really good for the West. I know you don't want to square off against them. The biggest thing is going to be the Steelers. That is a scary team. It is. That is my scariest team in the AFC. That no one's really giving them credit for. You know, they've flown under the bottom. Everyone's talking about Pats, Chiefs, Raiders. That's a team that you shouldn't count off because of their offense. Big Ben, they're
score you can win.
Yeah, they're known for great playoff teams. So that is who I got. I think Steelers right now. I think they're going to make it to the AFC Championship if they get it. That is very, very, very long shot. I don't know if it'll happen, but that is my surprise team. I think they will make it to the AFC Championship. NFC, Matt, you want to drop yours?
Don't mind if I do. Smitty McQueen. Number 1 team, Cowboys. They lock up the 1 seed this weekend. I believe they could for home field throughout the playoffs if Lions lose or tie, the Seahawks lose or tie, and the Cowboys win. Packers end up. This is the surprise team, like the Steelers. Packers get the 2 seed in the NFC. They beat the Seahawks, so they have the tiebreaker over them, over head-to-head. They end up at the 2 seed, Seahawks at 3. And then I kind of want to say the NFC South champion as the 4 between the Falcons and Buccaneers. But the Buccaneers play lately, and the Falcons still having an offense minus Julio Jones. I don't know. I think one of them will make the playoffs, one of them won't. I hate to say it for your Cowboys fans, but the Giants will get the 5 seed.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other AFC North team between the Lions and Packers, the Lions get the 6 seed.
NFC North, yeah.
Sorry.
I know what you meant. Yep.
The Lions-Packers game in Week 17, I believe. Or is it's Week 17 in Detroit will determine that division. And they should both be in the playoffs by then.
Yeah. I think they both.
Your take.
I've got the boys at 1. NFC East champs, home field advantage. They got 2 tough opponents, right? Really, all 3 are tough because the last game's a division opponent. Division games are tough. I mean, it doesn't matter what your record is, if you're out of it, whatever. I've got them at 1. I've got the Seahawks at 2. And the reason why, they always struggle against the Rams. You know, we saw it on opening day. The Rams beat them. Or one of the first weekends of the NFL season. Holy cow, Seahawks, are they done? No. They're all right. They're fine. They're gonna get over that hump. Rams got too much stuff going on in their front office, in the locker room with the coach. Seahawks get to win Thursday night, and that is when they will secure the 2nd seed. 3rd seed, I got the Falcons. I think they will not lose. If they falter to anyone, it's at the Panthers. We've seen the Falcons play some really good games throughout the years. Julio Jones, we're not sure about his turf toe. He did not practice today. They play the 1-12 or 1-13, whatever. Niners, 2-13, 2-12, whatever their record is. The Niners this week. It's in Atlanta. We saw what they did to LA this last weekend without Julio. Set him out, rest him up for that Panthers game. I mean, you could suit him up at least. I would not play him.
No need to get him hurt.
I would not play him unless you are desperate when you need to start scoring. If it's a close game, then you put him out there.
Suit him up, like we said.
Yeah, that way you have the
Just
option
yes,
to,
emergency.
Yes. Falcons at 3, Packers at 4, Aaron Rodgers. That's all I have to say.
They sneak in. At
Aaron Rodgers. Relax. At the Bears, Vikings, finish at the Lions. That's when they win the NFC North. And then the Giants at 5, unfortunately. Giants have a tough schedule. The Lions at Eagles, at Washington. Those are not easy games. I think they beat the Lions this weekend. I hope they lose. Just because the Cowboys, if they win, Giants lose, win the NFC East. That's what we need. Then I got the Lions, obviously, who face the Giants this week, then come to Dallas, then finish at home against the Packers. They play 2 tough teams before they even get the Packers.
Yeah.
What is the I mean, obviously Stafford's playing. He's got torn ligaments in his middle finger on his throwing hand, wearing a glove. We'll see how that affects him. That's what I'm excited to see. If it doesn't affect him at all this weekend against the Giants, and if the Giants defense plays like they did last week and he can do something, watch out. They're going to be good. They're up there. Lions get in. And if they don't, this would be one of the biggest falters down the stretch because it's in their favor. They can win the division.
They are the 2 seed as of right now.
They're up 2 games.
I don't think they get that based off. I think they lose to the Giants, especially on the road.
Yeah.
They lose in Dallas. Then if they do beat the Packers, they still go 10-6, and they split with them for the year. And
Do they split?
I'm almost positive that the Packers hold the tiebreaker because of division. And me and Eric and Seth were looking at that in the office a few days ago, and
I feel bad for Lions fans
could fall off.
because just when you think that you've got it in the bag, here comes Aaron Rodgers. That always happens. It always happens. Packers are back. They're going to be in the postseason. Buccaneers, Redskins, I think both looking on the outside right now. Buccaneers at Cowboys, then at Saints. Or is that in? That might be in New Orleans or in Tampa. That is in Tampa, I believe, because I think we both picked the last weekend. That game was in New Orleans. They beat them. I believe that game is in Tampa. Sorry, they finished with 2 straight home games, but the Panthers are playing good. Saints, they've struggled, but at some time Drew Brees is going to come back to life.
It is in New Orleans.
It is? Okay.
Yeah,
so it is in New Orleans. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I have it pulled up here with my playoff.
So, yes, that's a tough place. Drew Brees is going to look to do some danger next week, or when he faces these guys next week, because he struggled the last 2 weeks. It's not going to keep happening. And then, obviously, the Redskins. I still think the Redskins could have a long shot, but they're going to have to go 3-0. Panthers at Bears and then host the Giants. Could happen. Very well could happen. That's really all I got, Matt, on my take for the playoffs. We'll see more. He's looking up at some tiebreakers.
I'm thinking, I think the Lions do end up, if they go 0-3. Packers go. They do end up winning, and they go 2-1, and they both finish 10-6. The Packers do have the tiebreaker.
Which would kick who out?
Wait,
Would kick the Lions.
The Lions would actually be 9-7 if they lost all 3. So
Yep.
there goes the tiebreaker scenarios. Maybe the Lions do beat the Giants and they go
Or the
10,
boys.
and it's still a Green Bay over Detroit, and you could see them
Play
playing
it first
each other
round.
and wild card.
Which would be pretty cool. Back-to-back weeks playing each other.
They got all the scouting report.
That's all we got for the playoff picture, unless you have any final thoughts.
It's gonna be an interesting race. There's quite a few teams. I believe there's 6 teams that are eliminated so far.
Only one team has clinched a playoff spot.
Yes,
And we
it's
got 3 weeks left.
14 now. Week
15.
Week 15 now.
Yeah,
so
and only one
the
team's
Chiefs
clinched.
I know the Chiefs can clinch one this week.
Patriots
Can clinch one
Cowboys
this week.
can clinch the division.
Cowboys, yeah.
Maybe a first-round bye.
They
would need a
Seahawks.
Seattle
I think
loss.
Seahawks could clinch the division too because the NFC West after the Seahawks. Poo-poo.
Yep. Matt, why don't you look ahead to Wednesday, and then I'll wrap things up.
Well,
I had on the script, yes.
We will, like always, tomorrow's show we will include breaking news and hot topics. The NHL Slapshot Hockey Wednesdays for tomorrow. Their power rankings, or our power rankings. We will also have NBA Throwdown power rankings. And then college basketball matchups. We are getting into the season of decent matchups in the college basketball world that we would love to look at.
Probably some NBA matchups as well we'll throw on there.
Yes.
Once again, Fan Night Wednesday will not be this Wednesday once again. It'll be Thursday night at 6 o'clock, I think we said. We'll do 6, probably. We'll let you know tomorrow.
Stay tuned.
We'll let you know
We'll
tomorrow.
finalize that, yes.
Yeah. We'll let you know that tomorrow. And then, obviously, Friday, we will still have our Fan Friday. Then the week after, we're not quite sure about yet. We might just do another Friday. We got to talk about that.
It's holidays, so.
Yeah. We're not going to be in the same place, and then vacation for me, so. Yeah, we're not sure yet. We will definitely, though, have a Fan Friday the next 3 weeks. For sure. So,
We'll
definitely,
make it happen.
we'll make that happen. We've got
Make it a
things figured out.
priority,
Yeah. Make sure you tune in on our Facebook page. Follow us, retweet us, tweet
Share,
at us. Yeah. You know, all that good stuff. It's MHSM Sports Show. Follow our Facebook page, Matty Highland Smitty McQueen Sports Show. And then also go subscribe and like our YouTube videos, Matty Highland Smitty McQueen Sports Show. For Matty Highland Smitty McQueen, thank you for tuning in to this Tuesday evening edition. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow afternoon right back here on the MHSM Sports Show.